Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new year. January 1st, it's time to start a new career mode here with Real Madrid, where the aim for this series is to try and win 3 Champions League in a row. Do what Zidane did, do what Real Madrid seems like they can't repeat at the moment. We have already 191 million to spend. I am not looking to spend it all completely. I do have some options on my transfer hub. However, I want y'all to leave some players in the comments that you think I should be picking up. Now, Real Madrid, obviously, they are looking to bring in more Spanish players into the team. That has been the rumors going on. So that might be priority number 1, is bringing in more Spanish players. Obviously, every single player that we have to bring in have to be having a release clause. That is just how it is in Spain. That's the rules. So that is what we are going to look to do. Hopefully I can remember to stick to that. If I don't, yell at me in the comments. And as you can see on your short list, there is a certain man that has been rumored to be coming over to Real Madrid over the course of these last couple of seasons. It's seeming like he's not coming to Real Madrid anymore. However, with his contracts expiring in the game, obviously in real life as well, as I don't think he's signed a new contract with PSG yet, we are going to look to bring him in on a free for next season, as long as we still can come December, January time to sign him up to a free contract. That is going to be the aim for us. But for now, we obviously need a striker, and a striker that I know has great potential and that has been seen by the eyes of Real Madrid. He's tearing it up now for Feyenoord at the moment. Santiago Jimenez, the Mexican striker, 22 years of age. He's 80 overall. He's going to be priority number 1. Also, Osimhen could be priority number 1 as well. 23 years old. They would have to be the star striker for this first season, and then obviously next season they're going to have to accept that backup role. And Alvarez can play Cam as well. He can then swap with Jude Bellingham. Obviously, Jude Bellingham playing that more advanced role. Theo Hernandez, we could bring him to Real Madrid. We obviously need more center-back options. Diamande is a young prospect that we could bring in. Going back in for Alvarez, and then this one fails, we might have to switch chances over towards, obviously, Jimenez. They want Arnu Martinez. I just bought the guy in, my guy. No, but what was our news? 20 years value? So I'm going to up this to 45. They want 50 million probably around him. 48 million for him is honestly not too bad. I'm going to try and get 46. 46 for a backup striker is kind of insane, I can't lie. 45.5, that's reasonable offer. Pep Guardiola finally accepts it, and we will go ahead and bring it in. For now, he's going to want crucial, isn't he? I'm going to give him important, as Joselu is obviously the starting striker with the higher overall. Important. That will come down to rotation next year for sure. A proposed release clause of 110 million. Let's see what they say to that. They accept that. Perfectly fine there. 110 million for Julian Alvarez. We'll go ahead and remove the bonus. That will jump up to 90. 99! Oh, my Lord. No. We can go up to 90. And chop off 9K off of that. They want 99. We're going to chop off 4K off of that and go to 94. And I will jump this up to 50. Or 500, I should say. 95, 500K signing bonus. They want 99. They want less signing bonus. Okay, sure, whatever, cool. Julian Alvarez is the second permanent signing of the season, and they'll probably be the only and last signing of the season at the moment until we get to January, where we might need some more reinforcements. We're going to go ahead and loan out youngster Peter. He will go out on loan for a year over to, I forgot what club I loaned him out to be honest. Is it Las Palmas? It is. Las Palmas. First game of the season against Athletic Bilbao. It's an away game. And this is your starting 11. Vinny Jr., Julian Alvarez gets his debut at Real Madrid. Rodrigo, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Garcia, Alaba, Rudiger, Carvajal, and Kepa. In between the sticks, we are playing on Ultimate, so this could only go one way. Terrible. Let's get into it. And here we go. First game of the season for Real Madrid. Leave a like and subscribe. If you Julian Alvarez into Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham on his left foot. Jude Bellingham off the post. Vinny Jr. Julian Alvarez shot, goal. He gets his first goal at Real Madrid. Hey, Real Madrid are up 1-0 here. Julian Alvarez scores the first goal of the season for the boys in black. Vinny Jr. back into Valverde. Valverde into Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham can't find the back of net, but Julian Alvarez on the rebound can. And he has a brace in rapid succession. It's 2-0 for Real Madrid. Alvarez is already on the half. Vinny It's still with Vinny. Back to Jude. Jude into Alvarez. Alvarez for his first half hat trick. He gets it. He's trying to find Rodrigo into Alvarez. Alvarez to make it 4-0. We're on ultimate. I know we are. We are on ultimate and we are up 4-0. And all 4 goals are from that man right there, Julian Alvarez. His first game for Real Madrid. It's one to remember for sure. Some changes we are making with them now. Crossed in for Jude Bellingham on the volley side. Have it. It's 5-0 and Jude Bellingham. It's only right. Number 5 gets number 5 of the game. And that is game over. A 5-0 win on opening day on Ultimate. I mean, it was against Athletic Bilbao, but Alvarez scores 4 goals in only 5 attempts. That is absolutely insane. And we are going to go ahead and play the next game here against Almeria, however you want to pronounce it. Vinny Jr., Alvarez, Rodrigo stays the same. The only changes are coming in the midfield in the back line. Mendy starts instead of Fran Garcia. Modric starts instead of Valverde. And Camavinga is going to come off the reserves to start for Tuishimeni in that midfield. We're going to see if we can continue this fine form of Alvarez. 4 goals in his first game. That's obviously not going to be able to keep up to that. It's going to be hard to keep on track of that. But we are sure going to go ahead and try. What is this camera angle? Alvarez into Jude Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham is going to give us the lead early here. Why does this camera angle look so weird? It looks like our players are so short. But Jude Bellingham is going to open the scoring for Real Madrid. That's midfield. Camavinga, Julian Alvarez, touch, shot, goal. It's goal number 5 for Alvarez. Goal number 2 of the day. And we're up 2-0 against Almeria. Alvarez still. Alvarez will double the lead once again. Goal number 6 in 2 games for Alvarez. He's on a quest for another hat trick. And that will be halftime. 3-1 up. So, and he's going to carry it up top now. Arnu into Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham into Alvarez. Alvarez, who's on a hat trick, will get his hat trick. It's back-to-back hat tricks for Julian Alvarez. He has 7 goals in 2 games. That is... The corner, Valverde heads it away. Vinny Jr. will just kick it away, and that will be game over. We kick the season off with back-to-back wins in just dominant fashion. Alvarez gets the game ball once again. 3 shots, 3 goals. The man is automatic at the moment. He's only missed 1 chance. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode, where last episode we kicked things off. And we went ahead and started our season off with the first 2 games against Athletic Bilbao and UD Almeria, in which we won a combined total of 9-1 out of both games. And the star striker that we have signed, not Kylian Mbappe, that will come at a later date. However, Julian Alvarez, he has 6 goals in his first 2 games. He has been absolutely tearing up La Liga in the early... Actually, in fact, he has 7 goals, not even 6. He has 7 goals. He had 4 in the first game against Bilbao. He had 3 against the game against Almeria. We're going to look to continue his fine form. And in fact, 92% of y'all people watching these videos are not subscribed. So just go and hit that red button. You don't have to turn on notifications. Hit the red button, watch the video all the way through. You can even watch at 2x speeds. Let's go and help me out here. Start of 2024, we are going to look to be bigger and better things. And within the 3 to 4 year period, Diamande could become a great center back option. So we are going to go ahead and sign him up as a current backup for now. We might even loan him out this season to let him grow somewhere else. But here we go. Sporadic. He wants a 4-year contract. We're going to obviously have to offer a release clause. I think there's a player that I didn't offer a release clause that I accidentally went ahead and just like delegated it. So I might have to go and replace that. He $38.2 million for the release clause. His current wages is $5K. We're going to raise that by $25K and hopefully accepts $30K. That might even be a little bit too much for him. It's a reasonable offer. We're definitely overpaying his wages there. But the signing number, I guess technically 4 this season, Smith Rowe is a loanee. So real signing number 3. And seeing as they have just gotten a right back from us, we're going to go right back to the Portuguese club here at Sporting and try and bring in even Fresnada into the team. We're going to go ahead and offer him a value of around 4.4, pretty much his market value. He does have a release clause of 13 million. The little computer AI thing said I can get him for around 5.2. So we are going to go ahead and just offer 5.2. We're going to try and get this as cheap as possible. He will be a backup, and he's honestly not even a bad backup. He is one of the top prospects for a right back. Obviously, we want to keep this in Spain as well as much as possible, besides obviously key players. So we're going to go ahead and keep it in Spain. Even Fresnada will be coming into the team. He will be a backup to Martinez. And a 16 million release clause. Now, my rule for myself that I'm going to try and set is if any release clause gets triggered, I will go ahead and let it go through unless the release clause is within 10 to 15 million of the player's current value. Obviously, somebody like even Fresnada, we signed him for 4 million. His value is probably around that 5-6 million mark. His release clause is 16, so if his release clause gets triggered within the next however long, and then his value is close to what, 15, honestly, well, not even that, like 10 to like 15 to 20, even above it, we will go ahead and just delegate a new contract and obviously bring in a new release clause. And then we would put him on the transfer list just to see if we can get any offers further on from there. But that is the rule for the series as even Fresnada comes into the team. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it as Spanish as it probably should be pronounced. And we're Real Sociedad. They are a perfect 4 for 4. They've only conceded 1 goal. So have we. This is going to be a very defensive battle. This might be a low-scoring game. So, Jude Bellingham will open the scoring. 24 minutes in. And Jude Bellingham, the star Englishman on top of the world at the moment, goes ahead and gives Real Madrid the lead. Newhouse, Correa, Kubo, and a quick equalizer. Back to level terms. It's 1-1. Now have to be a whip in towards the box. Is Rudiger on the header? Possibly he does get the header off, but it's not a hard one. It will be straight into Romero's hand. Junior Valverde will give us the lead again. Federico Valverde, the midfielders are getting the job done at the moment. It's 2-1 for Real Madrid. The corner comes in. It's going to be Valverde. Crossed in. Alaba header. The keeper can't get past the power. And Real Madrid go ahead and double their lead. 3-1. And that will put us in pole position here to end this game with a perfect 5 for 5 record. Newhouse, they're just looking for a consolation goal. Correa, and they might get it. It's 3-2. There's enough time for them to actually draw a level as well. Smith Rowe. In towards the box, maybe. It's going to fall for Bellingham. The volley deflected multiple times. It's going to go out for a goal kick, which will mean the game is over. A 3-2 win. We remain perfect. And we give Real Sociedad their first L of the season. And we are now 5 for 5, 15 points. Why is the camera tracking Camavinga? He did not have that great of a game. I mean, he didn't really have to do much. So they won all first 5 of their league games, including that 2-1 win against Real Sociedad, which was a 3-1 win for us. They did win their first Champions League game, which was against Union Berlin. So we are going to go ahead and replicate that. They did lose to Atletico Madrid, so we're going to have to try and rectify that. We're going to go ahead and rotate the team slightly. Well, not really slightly. It's kind of in the midfield rotation here. Vinny Jr. Alvarez remain at starting spot there. Smith Rowe's going to start instead of Rodrigo on the right-hand side here. So we're going to go ahead and start him in Champions League football. Give him his Champions League debut. Forever, obviously. Modric, Camavinga, and Brahim Diaz is going to go ahead and start in the midfield. Seeing as we have Brahim Diaz, might as well use him. We're going to look to sell him later on. We have Garcia starting at left back, Alaba starting at center back. Fresnada is going to start at right back instead of Martinez, and Diamande is going to go ahead and get his first game at the club as well at center back against Union Berlin. Let's see if we can continue the fine form into the Champions League. Nada deflected the header, and it will deflect in the path of Gosens. Kepa was already going for the initial header, and therefore Gosens had a free header into the back of the net, and we find ourselves behind 1-0 to Union Berlin. Back to Modric. Modric in towards the box. Alaba had a free header. If it got to him, it didn't. Smith Rowe at the top of the box. He'll blast that over the bar. But now Alaba trying to defend that. Camavinga's shot gets off, and it's 2-0. And we find ourselves in real trouble here. Maybe suffering our first L of the season. Now, Alvarez, Smith Rowe, it's a bad pass. Modric will go ahead and get one back. It's a little bit, was that a kickoff goal? I think that might have been a kickoff goal. It wasn't a fast kickoff goal, but it was definitely a methodical one. Nada will win the ball back. Fresnada now Can he find somebody? He'll find Alvarez. Alvarez now, he'll get past the defender. Can he get the shot on target? Yes, he does. And Alvarez is back to scoring ways. He took 2 games off against Getafe and Sociedad, but he's back in the Champions League, giving us the draw. I almost said giving us the lead. He's drawing us level now. Out wide now for Fresnada. Fresnada back in for Rodrigo. Now in for Valverde. Valverde on his left foot, straight at the keeper. Can he find Rodrigo? Yes, Rodrigo will find Alvarez. Touch, can't get the shot off. And it's going to be a 2-2 draw. If Alvarez could get the shot off there, we win the game and continue our winning streak. The winning streak ends at 5, but we are still undefeated in our first 6 games. So this could turn into a goal fest. This is going to be your starting 11. We're going to go ahead and start Vinny Jr., Alvarez, Rodrigo, Valverde, Bellingham, Tchouaméni. And in fact, Modric was so good last time. We are going to go ahead and keep Modric onto the field, and he's going to go ahead and play there. And in fact, we're going to have to go ahead and do this slightly. We're going to have to rotate it just a little bit here. We're going to have to put Jude Bellingham on the left-hand side, Modric on the right-hand side. That way he has a Trivela from the weak foot there. On his weak right foot. Alvarez, Vinny Jr. splits the defenders. Vinny Jr. will find the back of the net. And we have the lead here against Atletico Madrid. 7 minutes into the game. It's 1-0. Valverde short. Alvarez back to Valverde. Crossing towards the box. Jude Bellingham will have an easy header into the back of the net to make it 2-0. We've been at the doorstep asking. It's been all Real Madrid. Half in the deficit right before halftime. Saul, and that's exactly what will happen. 2-1 going to the break. Love that from EA. Get on over the wall and into the back of the net. That might be too soft. It might hit the wall. It doesn't. It goes into the back of the net. And David Alaba makes it 3-1 here against Atletico. As we are going to go ahead and win. And in fact, the keeper is up, so if we can clear it, we might even... Oh, Rodrigo De Paul actually got a head to it. And he finds the back of the net. It's 3-2. It's literally a repeat of the Real Sociedad game. Take the 3-1 lead. They get the 3-2 consolation goal to make it a little bit closer than what it really was. Honestly, even them scoring 2 goals was closer than what this entire game was. As Smith Rowe is just going to dribble by multiple defenders here until the referee blows his whistle, and we are going to go ahead and win 3-2 against Atletico Madrid. We're going to rectify this situation that happened in real life, the game that happened in real life, that 3-1 defeat they suffered. We go and turn around into a 3-2 win for us, and we will remain perfect in La Liga. And that's exactly what will happen. Barcelona will remain perfect. We will remain perfect. They are closing on the goal for, and I mean they took in the lead, I guess, on goal against. Rayo Vallecano is up there as well. They've drew 1 game. They've won 5 games. Las Palmas is up next. They have 2 points. Lose or draw this game, I'm ending the series. I can't lie. We should be winning this game, and it's actually taken a 76-minute winner from David Alaba as Vinny Jr. scores in 12th minute. It's a last episode, we went ahead and maintained perfect in the league in our first 7 games, winning all 7, including the Atletico Madrid derby, in which we won 3-2. We played Real Sociedad, in which we won 3-2 as well. Valverde in the box. Can he look to find him? He does. And Valverde! Shot is just off target. Politano, last chance for Napoli. Can Alvarez get a head to it somehow? No. Valverde, header off target. Garcia, Smith Rowe, Joselu, Camavinga, and Diamante all on the field as we look to maintain and strengthen our defense. Camavinga, first duty is to win the ball off the goal kick. Now Rodrigo. Rodrigo in for Joselu. Joselu, first touches on the game. It's a shot. And made it with the save. Diamante will look to shut it down. No. Osimhen now on the ball. In for Gnabry. Fran Garcia. He will get the ball back. He'll clear up the field. And we are going to have to settle with a 0-0 draw here against Napoli. Not much action happened. Alaba stopped the attack there. Now Alvarez, can he turn? Can he get past multiple defenders? The answer is yes. Now out wide for Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. back in for Alvarez. Alvarez in for Valverde. And Valverde will turn and shoot and find the back of the net. And Real Madrid, against the run of play, will have a 1-0 lead here against Braga. Vinny Jr. has a chance to break away. This time he'll have open net. No defender on him. Vinny Jr. will double the lead. It's 2-0. Maybe we let him have a corner and we just break constantly. Jude, a beautiful ball into Valverde for his second of the game and restoring that 2-goal lead. 3-1 now for Real Madrid. That ball from Jude is pitch perfect. And Valverde has to capitalize on that. It's 3-1 now. Bruma now on the head that away. He does. Alvarez can't control it. Tchouameni will head it back down now for Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe into Modric. Modric into Alvarez. Alvarez. He's going to go now. Julian Alvarez to put this lead back to 2. It's exactly what will happen. It's a goal fest here, and it's Real Madrid up 4-2 now. Hopefully that will be the one to do it. The corner comes in. Smith Rowe to head it away. Victor with the header there. It's 4-3 now with 10 minutes left to go. Braga are still. That will do it. A 4-3 win. And Braga fought to the end, but Real Madrid got the job done. And we go and pick up our first win of Champions League football. And that's perfect timing going now into this with a draw there. Therefore, they are 2 points behind us. It's as tight as it possibly could be without them winning that 10th game there. So Real Madrid versus Barcelona for top spot of the league to pull away. This is their start. El Clasico, number 1 of the series. Many more to come for Barcelona. Now Lewandowski in for Gavi off target. Wow, Gavi with the golden chance to give them the lead right before the break. And we will go into this El Clasico at halftime. 0-0. Gun Bellingham out wide now for Fran Garcia. Fran Garcia back into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe will turn. He'll find Vinny. Vinny will turn. He'll find Luka Modric. Ter Stegen will save it. Back post is open. Back post is open. No! Back post was wide open. That's game over. A 0-0 stalemate in El Clasico. And our perfect winning streak comes to an end after. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode here on FC24. We're still undefeated. We are still sitting in first. In today's episode, we will have Champions League football as well as possibly Valencia, maybe even Cadiz, maybe Rayo Vallecano. I'm not quite sure yet who we are going to play yet, but we will definitely play the true Champions League game here in Braga and Napoli. We are going to go ahead and quick sim this game against Rayo Vallecano. It's a 2-2 draw. Back-to-back games, not winning it. Now we have to take on SC Braga in the Champions League. David Alaba, can he give us a lead here on the free kick? It comes off the wall. It's Vinny Jr. on the rebound, and he'll go out for a corner. Ronnie Lopez, Horta, 1-0 for Braga. Camavinga in for Alvarez. Alvarez into Modric. Modric into Mendy, of all players. It's Ferland Mendy who's in the box still. And it's 1-1 for Real Madrid. Luka Modric. Valverde. That's actually Toni Kroos. I forgot I had Toni Kroos on the field. And just like that, Real Madrid are in front. It's 2-1. And that is game over, a 2-1 win. That quick turnaround in the first half sees us get enough to get it done here. And we go ahead and pick up 6 points off of Braga in this Champions League group stage. Julian Alvarez now. Can he find Vinny Jr.? Yes, Vinny Jr. now. Get past 2 defenders here. Can he get past the keeper? Yes! And finally, Real Madrid have that breakthrough. It's 1-0. And we're going to go ahead and quick sim this game against Cadiz. It should be an instant win. It's a 2-2 draw that Jude Bellingham has to rescue. League form is catching up with us on simulations. Oliveira, Lobotka, and Napoli have the lead. It's 1-0, only 8 minutes in. Still with Osimhen on the ball. Fran Garcia, Rudiger trying to clear it. Kvaratskhelia will get the ball back, and it's 2-1. 2-0, not even 2-1, it's 2-0. Bellingham to get one back. It's 2-1, and it's not over yet. Dude, into Alvarez, into Valverde, 2-2, and we're back to level terms here with Napoli. And it's Julian now. Can he give us the lead? Yes, he can. Julian Alvarez. It's 3-2 for Real Madrid. Osimhen, Oliveira, they level it up with 5 minutes left to go. But Napoli get that goal back, force that 3-3 draw, keep them top of the table, and might have to force us to pay a little bit closer attention to that final game day against Union Berlin. And in fact, we don't have to worry about it at all because Union Berlin beat SC Braga. We are now 5 points clear off of both 3 and 4th place, which means we are going through no matter what. It's just a matter of fact of what team still. Yeah, we have 123 mil. Until then, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out. Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid career mode here on FC24. Where today we are in December. We have Granada, we also have Real Betis, Villarreal, Deportivo Alves, and then we also have Union Berlin, which we are currently going through. No matter what happens in that final game, we are pretty much just playing for that top spot, and we are also playing for either Union or, as far as the actual league goes, we are currently still undefeated. We have finally drew some games. We drew 3 games totally. One against Real Madrid, one against Barcelona, I should say, no Clasico. Another couple here and there that we probably should be winning. Expiring in real life. I actually don't know if his contract is expiring in real life anymore at this point. It could be, it could not be. They could extend him. I have no clue anymore with the whole thing that went down these last 2 summers. We are going to go ahead and sign him, though, for a free. We are going to go ahead and bring him in. We are going to go ahead and sign him up right now, and he will join us at the end of the season. Move the goal bonus, his things might go up. I was expecting it actually go up to 300k. It went up to 280. So Mbappe will join us. He'll be on 280k per week. He will join at the end of this, well, at the start of next season, really end of this season, and he will be our new #1 striker from next season. That's always been the plan. No, he's going to find Rodrigo then. Rodrigo's going to look to split in Jude Bellingham, and Jude is going to put it into the back of the net. It's 1-0 for Madrid here. And it's Jude, to make it 2-0 himself, and Julian Alvarez. It's back-to-back goals off of counterattacks. Rodrigo Trivella to end the game. It actually worked. It's 3-0. Rodrigo with the 3rd goal. And Real Betis has been absolutely outplayed here. A 3-0 masterclass here from the boys in black, I guess. Real Betis in And this is your starting 11 to take on Union Berlin. We are going to go ahead and completely rotate the team. There's technically only one starting player that is starting because he didn't start the last game. It's Smith Rowe, Joselu, Brahim Diaz, midfield trio of Toni Kroos, Camavinga, and Luka Modric, who is very unhappy that he's not getting any game time. But when you're old, you're really not going to get any game time. Garcia starts because Mendy started last game, so that's the only starting player. Fernandez, Diamande as our center back pairing, Fresnada as our right back, and Lunin gets his first game here of the season against Union Berlin. It really won't matter what happens. We can't get knocked out. We're really only playing for top, and honestly, I don't really care about top. Wide. Kyogo into the box into Özcan, and that's going to be 1-0 for Union Berlin. They take the lead. Push them back just slightly, but here they are again. It's back to Kyogo into Sanabria, and it's 2-0 for Union Berlin. Alvarez is coming on for Joselu. Brahim into Julian. Julian lays it off for Kroos. Kroos' shot is weak. He might get it to his own rebound after poor clearance effort from the Union Berlin back line. Juranovic, Brendan Aronson, Sanabria, and that is game over. Union Berlin are going to probably finish in 3rd. We will finish in 2nd. Just clear up the field, and that is game over. A 3-1 loss to end our group stages, and by the look of celebrations, Union Berlin have Europa League football. Well, first off, we can play against Galatasaray, so that's a plus. That's already. I'd rather play Galatasaray than Bayern, so that's a dub. We could play against Arsenal. That will be interesting. We can't play against Napoli. We could play against Inter. That's one of the 5 that we could play. It's looking like we're gonna have to probably play Lazio as one of our options, and either AC Milan or PSG as one of the options, and Manchester City as well with Barcelona. So some big names there. I would love to, honestly, out of this whole group that I could get first, Lazio, Inter, Arsenal, Galatasaray. For free. Next up, it's Villarreal. They are currently sitting in 5th. Our unbeaten streak remains alive in the not Champions League, in La Liga at least. Is Champions League round of 16 figured out? It is. So first place teams. Who are we playing? We are playing Lazio, or Latium in the game. So that's actually a big W there. We get Lazio. And here, the final game that we will play of the calendar year, and it's against Villarreal. The front 11 is a big 11. We're back to full fitness here. Let's see what the boys can do and contain our unbeaten streak, our invincible run in the La Liga. Pino in towards Morales, and it's 1-0 for Villarreal. Can he win the ball back, though? He can. And Jude Bellingham to put us back to level terms. He does that exactly. It was a bad through ball attempt. He got the ball back, and he put it into his own net. Not into his own net, into the back of the net. It's now 1-1 here with Villarreal. And for Alvia, and it's 2-1 for Villarreal. We're behind once again. And our invincible run might be coming to Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez leveled things up here with 20 minutes left to go. It's 2-2. Rudiger blocks the shot. Alaba can't head it away. And the volley comes in and we're down again. It's 3-2. And the streak is in danger once again. That's it. The streak is over. Our invincible run that I didn't really expect to be happening this far deep. It ends pretty much halfway through the season. We lose our first game of La Liga football. And Luka Modric goes to Tottenham for free. And quick sim to end the episode off here against Deportivo Alvarez. It's a 3-1 win. Julian Alvarez, a win. So Mbappe will be at PSG. Modric will be back here at the start of next episode. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode here on FC24, where we are in halfway through the season. We are in the January transfer window, the start of Copa de España in the round of 32. We also then have the Super Cup, in which we are in the semifinals against Atletico Madrid, and if we win that game, we'll play the final in today's episode as well. Our first chance at silverware in this Real Madrid team. You probably won't even... And we are going to look to bring in French striker Elie Vahi, or Wahi, however you want to say it, on loan from RC Lens at the moment. He is a great striker in real life. He's a great prospect in real life. We are going to look to bring him on loan just for a short term, as obviously Mbappe comes in next season. We are going to bring him in now, and by the time Mbappe comes in, his job will be over, and his spot, the backup spot, will be Alvarez's spot. And we are going to go ahead and quick sim the first game of the day against Mallorca. We're going to go ahead and pick up a 3-2 win. Vinny Jr. and a David Alaba brace to give us the win there over Mallorca. As we go into our first cup game against Celta Vigo, I believe it was, in the round of 32 of Copa de España, yes. And I believe this is Vahi joining the team here. It should be Vahi joining the team. The striker from Lens, he's joining on loan for the next 6 months. That's actually perfect timing as we get into that Celta Vigo game. We are going to go ahead and start Tchouaméni instead of... we're going to start Camavinga instead of Tchouaméni. Vinny Jr., Alvarez, Rodrigo, Bellingham, Valverde, Camavinga, Garcia, Alaba, Rudiger, Martinez, and Kepa in net. Vahi is on the bench for his first game of the season, of his career. Bellingham is on the ball. He has Rodrigo, but he has himself, and he takes it himself. And it's 1-0 for Real Madrid. It's Jude Bellingham to put us in front here. Rodrigo, that's a brilliant ball from Jude. It's Rodrigo now. He has Julian with him. He's going to take it himself. And we had to get Jude that assist for that perfect ball. It's 2-0 for Real Madrid now. And Celta Vigo are starting opening up a lot more now. This could get lost. Larson cuts it back. Alvarez into Rodrigo. Rodrigo back to Alvarez. And Alvarez to put it away and restore that 2-goal advantage. It's 3-1 now. To Doder into Iago. Now to Larson. Back to Iago. And it's 3-2. And they are right back into it at the end of the first half here. They get the 45th minute cheese. Celta Vigo, oh, and he puts it away. Iago Aspas leveled things up here. It's 3-3. No penalty there. We still can't clear the ball, though. And they find the back of the net, and they might have just stolen this win away. And they might be knocking us out of the Copa de España here in the round of 32. And our Copa de España run is going to come to an end in the first leg, in the first hurdle. A 4-3 loss. That free kick leveled things up, and they got to tiki-taka type of goal there to really give them that lead and then obviously give them the winner. And Carlo Ancelotti is not happy with his team there. Absolutely falling apart within the last 5 minutes. Same exact starting 11 except for the fact Diamande is now on and Mendy is also on for Fran Garcia. Kind of a forced change there. This is a must turnaround game. We want to win the Supercopa at least this first season. And we have to beat Atletico Madrid. We want to beat our big rivals, Madrid, Barcelona. We never want to lose to them. Griezmann, Lamar, shot blocked by Rudiger. Find Gamar again. Shot blocked by Diamande that time. Lamar, Griezmann, shot saved by Kepa that time. And they go out for a corner. And all of a sudden, Atletico Madrid are growing into the game here. Over the top for Valverde. He stayed on side as well. No, he did not. And we are going to extra time, I believe. Into Rodrigo. Rodrigo into Vahi. Vahi will look to get past Azpilicueta. And Vahi to give us a leash. Saved by Oblak. Cleared by Savage. We're going to the second half of extra time here. Back. Jude into Valverde. And Valverde will give Real Madrid the win over Atletico Madrid. 120th minute winner. No penalties for us. It's Valverde. I thought I took it from too long away. Thankfully, he blasted into the bottom corner. And Valverde sends us to the Supercopa final. They might not even get it past half field, and they do not. It's a 1-0 win. 120th minute winner from Valverde will send us to the final and possibly a El Clasico trip. And that's exactly what it will be. A El Clasico final here at the Bernabeu. It's our home ground. Can he find Alvarez? Alvarez is in behind here. And we might already have a better start than the game against Atletico. And Julian Alvarez is going to give us a lead in the 4th minute. Cross. Header by Vinny. No, cleared. Tchouameni heads it down to Alvarez to double the lead. It's 2-0 here against Barcelona in the final. And a kickoff goal. Gundogan, Alaba, Lewandowski. They cut it right back. And it's 2-1. This has Celta Vigo vibes all over it. Go up 2-0, they cut it back, and then they're probably going to win 4-3. Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez, he's on a hat-trick. He might get a first-half hat-trick here, and it's exactly what will happen. I thought he might have missed for a split second. It come off the post onto the other side of the net, and it's 3-1 for Barcelona, and we double the lead again. And this quite literally has Celta Vigo game written all over it. And Lewandowski, Pedri, there's enough time for them to get that third as well. He's going to cut back against Araujo. Araujo into Jude, and Jude to put this game to bed, and he toe posts it. And that would be 4-2. Yeah, this is consolation goal territory here, and it's exactly what they would get. Thank the Lord Bellingham scored that fourth. A 4-3 win. So we reversed the Celta Vigo fixture there. A 4-3 win there. It was a 1-0 just absolute snooze fest kind of in the Supercopa semifinal. It was an absolute goal fest here in the final. However, it's Real Madrid who's going to come out on top once again here against Barcelona. We'll beat them for the second time this season. This time a little bit more important as we pick up our first trophy of the season. The Super Cup final goes to Real Madrid. And it's going to be Alaba to lift the first trophy of the season. Probably the least meaningful of all the trophies that we could have won this season, including the Copa de España, Copa del Rey, technically La Liga, and the Champions League. We win the meaningless one out of those 4. However, it is now 1 out of 2. Secondly, it depends how that first league goes in all honesty. But for now, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode here on FC24. Today we are going to go ahead and wrap up the January transfer window. We're not really going to be signing anyone anyway, so it doesn't really matter what happens here. We are going to go ahead and quit sim here against Getafe, and we are going to draw a 2-2. Julian Alvarez and Bellingham score to make it a 2-2 draw. And actually, Bellingham leveled things up there in the 74th minute, and nothing happened after that. Next up, it's Almeria. We're going to quick sim again. Another 2-2 draw, this time an 86-minute leveler by Brooks. Back-to-back draws is unacceptable in Arteta. And Toni Kroos has signed a pre-contract agreement with Barcelona. them here against the Las Palmas. It's a 2-0 win. Alvarez and Vinny Jr. on the score sheet. We pick up our first win of the game, of the day. It's time for the second installment of the Atletico Madrid derby. The Madrid derby here against Atletico Madrid. We have Vinny Jr., Alvarez, Rodrigo, Valverde, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Mendy, Alaba, Rudiger, and Martinez. Obviously, as our starting 11 with Kepa in net. Into Alvarez. Alvarez into Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. now to give us a lead. And Vinny Jr. slots it away. It's 1-0 for Real Madrid. Valverde on the corner. He'll just whip it in from originality. And Alaba will put it to bed. It's 2-0 now for Real Madrid. Over the top for Alvarez. Alvarez with the volley to make it 3. That will kill off any pressure Atletico Madrid will bring towards us. It's 3-0 now for Real Madrid. Bellingham back over the top. It's actually going to go to Julian Alvarez. All black. He was falling into his own net. Alvarez has an easy tap-in volley to make it 4-0 here against Atletico Madrid. And I really might have to go back to Legendary, because Ultimate seems like I'm playing on beginner. Rudiger, Llorente. The clean sheet is gone. It's simply only a consolation goal for Atletico Madrid. Vahi, he's in behind to make it 5 to end the perfect game. Nearly the perfect game. It would be perfect if it was a clean sheet. But 5-0. And Loni Vahi gets on the score sheet. This is Lazio's predicted / actual starting 11. Zacchini, Immobile, Anderson, Rovella, Catalighi, Guendouzi, Hijai, Romanoli, David Garcia, Sergio Roberto, and Provedel. I'm sorry if I butchered any of those names. I know I 100% did. Our starting 11, same exact thing. Let's get into it. Still with Immobile into Guendouzi. He's the one that started the whole thing, and he'll finish it off as well. It's 1-0 for Lazio. Gets the ball. He has to get past this left back here. Can he do it with his speed? He can. It's Vinny Jr. now. Pretty much a 2-on-3, a 2-on-4. But it's going to be Vinny versus a goalkeeper. And Vinny wins the battle. And it's 1-1. Guendouzi, Immobile. And they have the lead again. Quickly after our goal, we concede right back. It's 2-1. A free kick, top of the box for Lazio to make it 3. It's chipped into the box. It's not fully cleared. And Zacchini, who puts it away. It's 3-1 for Lazio. And we are in real trouble here. We're in desperate needs, and we are in desperate needs. It's 4-1. Vahi gets one back. It's 4-2. He's just going to send it to the field for Vahi. It's still with Vahi. It's all Vahi by himself. Vahi! It's 4-3! And we're back in it for the second leg. Bellingham. There's no way we can tie it up, right? It's Vahi. He's in behind. It's Vahi for a hat trick to save Real Madrid. It's Vahi! It's 4-4! And we're going to the second leg. Pretty much 0-0 at this point. We go ahead and erase that 3-goal deficit. It's 4-4 going into the second leg. Now, I should play this game against Sevilla. However, I really want to play that second leg against Lazio in today's episode. So we're going to go ahead and make the thumb thing in quick sim. And thankfully, it pays off. A consolation goal there for Sevilla in the 88th minute. A 2-1 win. It's away from home, and with Vahi's hat trick, he's going to start this game here against Lazio. Camavinga also starts instead of Tchouaméni. I want to give Camavinga some more game time before he gets way too unhappy and wants to leave the club. 4-4 after the first leg. This is going to be one boring second leg, I can already tell. Let's see what it has in store for us. XL Clasico rival here, and he gets past him. Not the first time that's happened. Vinny Jr. now. Vahi into Bellingham, and Bellingham will give us the lead. That's now 4 unanswered goals against Lazio. He's in behind now. It's pretty much just him versus the keeper as Camavinga is trying to get back. He gets past Camavinga, and he'll level things up here. I look down at my bottom of the screen to see something as soon as he cut back against Camavinga. Bellingham now, can he find Alvarez? He should find Alvarez. He does find Alvarez, and Alvarez is in behind now. Alvarez, you missed the first chance. He won't miss the second one. And that's 2-1 on the day. It's 6-5 on aggregate, and with 8 minutes left to go, it's looking like Real Madrid might have just snuck themselves into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Alvarez saved, but that should be it nonetheless, unless they can get the ball up the field in a split second, which they're just not able to because he's going to carry it up. That is a 6-5 aggregate win here against Lazio, and we are moving on into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I knew it was going to be a boring second leg, and boy, did that deliver to be true. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode here on FC24, where last episode we wrapped up the January transfer window by doing absolutely no business. We went ahead and played against Atletico Madrid, in which we whooped them 5-1. Quick sim loss against Girona, that didn't even show y'all guys that. A 4-4 thriller in the first leg of the Champions League against Lazio, in which Vahi scored a hat-trick to rescue us from being 4-1 down. A narrow 2-1 win in the second leg leaves us in the quarterfinals. However, we are yet to find out the fixtures. In Champions League, quarterfinals came out. Well, let's see. The second half, we already know who came out here. Barcelona, PSG, us, and Man City. Napoli did beat Benfica. Inter went on penalties against Bayern Munich. Arsenal did end up beating Sirius, and Atletico Madrid do come from behind to win that second leg, to win the entire league. We are playing against Manchester City, one of the strong teams to win it, probably one of the favorites to win it. If we can win this, we are looking real good. Us against Manchester City, PSG versus Madrid, Napoli versus Barcelona, Inter versus Arsenal in the Champions League quarterfinals. We'll go ahead and play both legs of that pretty much back to back here, and then we'll play against Barcelona in the Nashville MLS player Mukhtar as their cam. De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Davies, Araujo, Ruben Diaz, Walker, Ederson. Barcelona is letting everybody go against his old club, and that's a mistake from Courtois on trying to clear it. It comes off Haaland's head into Berardi's path, and it's an easy tap in for him. Yes. Kevin De Bruyne, 3-1 or 3-1, 2-0, and Kevin De Bruyne. Second leg here at the Etihad, or the City of Manchester Stadium. We're down 2-0. We need a better performance. It'll be Valverde to whip it in. And Jude Bellingham to head it in. That's actually Eder Militao, and his first start back into the game this season. It's a header within the first couple minutes. Mukhtar, Bernardo. It's 3-1. They restore that 2-goal lead. That is unacceptable. Wow. With Vinny. It's still with Vinny. It's still with Vinny. It's still with Vinny. It's 3-2. This is a goal fest in the first 15 minutes. Then cut inside. It's Vinny Jr. still into Vahi. Vahi will tie things up with 5 minutes left to go. It's 3-3 on aggregate. It's 3-1 on the day. And Carlo Ancelotti is running down the pitch as well. There's still time in here to win. There's still time in here to lose. Vahi, who equalized. He's a rescuer of the champions. He might give us a lead. He will give us a lead. It's 4-1. It's 4-3 on aggregate. And Vahi, it's not the second time he's rescued us in the Champions League. And it has. And Real Madrid are into the semifinals of the Champions League. A 4-3 comeback against Manchester City. I almost said against Real Madrid. But surely now we're the favorites to win it with the favorites out. And all the other fixtures are done as well. Atletico Madrid win on penalties against PSG. What a second leg that is. 5-4, 6-6 on aggregate. Barcelona narrowly get past Napoli there 4-3. And Arsenal, I almost said Barcelona. Arsenal get past Inter Milan 2-1 on aggregate. In all honesty, give me Arsenal. As much as an Arsenal fan I am in real life, give me Arsenal. I'd rather, actually, maybe not even Arsenal. Maybe Atletico Madrid. Just don't give me Barcelona. I want an El Clasico final, obviously. I would love an El Clasico final. And talking about El Clasico, that's the game up next. It's El Clasico, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Their reverse fixture, this time at home. We are 2 points behind them in the league. We currently sit third. However, winning this game will actually put us in first. Is the semifinals done? Thankfully I quick simmed. Alright, I didn't quick sim. I hit the L1 button quickly. Who do we have in the semifinals? Just don't give me Barcelona. We have Arsenal. So it's Real Madrid versus Arsenal in the semifinals of the Champions League. And it's Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. I can see Barcelona getting knocked out, honestly. But match day against Atletico, not against Atletico, against Barcelona. It's Gavi on the left-hand side, Lewandowski striker, Rafinha right-hand side, Gundogan, Rodrigo, in towards Jude Bellingham into Valverde, 1-0 for Real Madrid. Valverde loves a goal against Barcelona here, and it's 1-0. Jude over the top for Rodrigo. Did he stay on side? He did. Rodrigo's in behind now. This could put the game to bed. It's Rodrigo! I've been trying to use the right-hand side a little bit more to try and get used to it because, honestly, it hasn't been working this entire game cycle. But Rodrigo's on the score sheet, and it's Vinny Jr. now. It's still with Vinny Jr. 3-0 for Real Madrid, and we go top of the table. And that is game over. Possibly the final Clásico of Season 1. It's a 3-0 win over Xavi's Barcelona. And we leap over them in the table. And hopefully we sit first. We will sit first as long as Atletico Madrid didn't play another game. So they would have another game in hand. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode, and possibly the second to last episode of the first season, where last episode we faced off against Man City in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, taking them down what took us the first spot of the league. We will play this Real Sociedad game as they sit in fourth. We are 1 point clear off of Barcelona. We are tied on points with Atletico Madrid. We do not play either of those. As far as the Champions League goes, we have semifinals against Arsenal and Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. So there could be an El Clasico final. And it's Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, and Saka as the front three. It's Jorginho, Deco, and Odegaard in the midfield. It's Theo Hernandez alongside Saliba and Gabriel, with Tomiyasu as a right back, and Ramsdale in net. Odegaard is a familiar face. That's right. He did come from Real Madrid. And Arnold's going to take him out. That's going to be a penalty. Didn't get a card for that. Wow. It's a penalty here, though, for Arsenal, and it's Bukayo Saka to step up to take it. Part of me wants him to score, but part of me wants me to save it. Courtois saves. And it's still with Jude. Can he slide that into Alvarez? He does. Alvarez against Gabriel. Gabriel gets caught lacking, and Alvarez to give us a lead, and that's exactly what he does. Alvarez to give Real Madrid the lead. Just a minute before halftime, it's 1-0 for the Madrid. Valverde crossed in, Militao header, 2-0 for Real Madrid. Marseille want a goal back, and that's exactly what they will get. It's a goal back in this fixture. It's 2-1. Heavy touch from Saliba. It's a big mistake from Saliba, and Alvarez isn't behind, but Saliba is catching back up to him, but he doesn't in the end, and it's Alvarez to make it 3. Odegaard, Jorginho, it's 3-2. Equalizer. Tomiyasu, and that is game over. They wanted the equalizer, but they didn't play like they wanted it. It's a 3-2 first leg win. Second leg here at the Emirates. It's the same as that. Starting 11 as the last game. Let's get to it. Except Alvarez is starting instead of Vahi, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. He's going to cut back against Saliba. Vinny Jr. gets past Ramsdale. And a goal out of nothing. It's 1-0. Alvarez, yes, it's Julian Alvarez now. It's Julian Alvarez. He's going to try and find Jude to put the game to bed. It's 2-0. It's 5-2 on aggregate. And Real Madrid might have just booked a ticket to Wembley. Vinny Jr. from distance. That's game over. 5-2 on aggregate. And Real Madrid are going to Wembley for the Champions League final. It's an all-Spanish final between us and either Madrid or Barcelona. Hopefully Barcelona. Hopefully an El Clasico Champions League final. And it will be Barcelona in the final. A 5-4 win off of Atletico Madrid. And we are in the Champions League final at Wembley against Barcelona in El Clasico. Wow. Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode here. It's Season 1 finale for our first season here at Real Madrid, where we currently sit first in the league. To go, we are also in the final of the Champions League. It's an El Clasico final on June 1st at Wembley. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. That will be in today's episode as well. Why is the logo so different? Why is Real Madrid Valverde puts us in front. It's 1-0. And Rodrigo makes it 2-1 or 2-1, 2-0. It's 3-0 for Real Madrid here against Granada. And that's going to be a 3-0 win. We're just going to jump to the result. 3-0 win here against Granada. We will happily take that. They both win their game and another game as well. We have a game in hand. This to really put to bed. We are going to do something stupid and quick sim it. We are going to go ahead and quick sim the game here. It's a 3-1 win. Rodrigo, Vinny Jr. and Vinny Jr. a brace there for them. Honestly, if we win this game, I think we win the league no matter what. So Barcelona win their game, so they have a game and we have a game in hand against them. And Atletico Madrid are no longer in this title race unless we both lose 2 games. Well, Barcelona have to lose 1, and we would have to lose that. So we win this game. If we win, it's a 3-1 win, and we are going to go ahead and win the La Liga. And who's at the score? It's Julian Alvarez to put Real Madrid up 1-0 here. Julian Alvarez. It's going to. Bellingham is tired, injured, I should say. Brahim puts it away, or Julian puts it away. Holy fuck. And that is game over. Real Madrid are your La Liga champions for season number 1. I don't know who's going to lift the trophy, but we have got the job done. We outlast Barcelona. We outlast Atletico Madrid. So it'll be David Alaba to lift the league trophy here for Real Madrid. Trophy number 1 of hopefully, actually trophy number 2 of hopefully 3. As David Alaba lifts the La Liga trophy, he lifted the Super Copa trophy earlier in January. One more trophy left to go, and the biggest one of them all, the Champions League final, is coming up next. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out. It is time for the El Clasico final for the Champions League to end season number 1 with that Champions League trophy on our quest to win 3 in a row. We have just wrapped up the La Liga title. It's now to add on to our trophy case to make it a treble for this season. Their starting 11 is the same as that starting 11 that we played against them, in which we won 3-0 in our final El Clasico of the league season. On here, we have Mr. Brahim dropping down to the reserves. We'll go ahead and give Toni Kroos some game time, possibly later on in the game, depending on how things go. Obviously, Rudiger is out with injury. Militao steps up, and honestly, he's been doing great in absence of Rudiger since coming back from injury. Other than that, it's Rodrigo, Alvarez, Vinny Jr. Alvarez's final game as a dominant and a permanent starting 11 striker. Obviously, Kylian Mbappe coming in the summer for a free. He will be our new number 1 man, and honestly, that should add instant trophies to our titles anyway. Let's go. Jude Bellingham into Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez is in behind already, and it's Julian Alvarez to give Real Madrid the lead here at Wembley. It's 1-0 to Lewandowski. Lewandowski into Gavi. Gavi straight at Courtois. Joao Cancelo. Gavi, Lewandowski into his Gundogan. Gundogan, Courtois with the save, out for a corner. Vinny Jr., beautiful switch now over to Arnu. Arnu in behind for Bellingham, and Jude Bellingham is in behind here. It's Jude Bellingham to double the lead here. Jude Bellingham straight at Ter Stegen. That was the weakest shot ever. It even stayed in bounds, but it'll fall all the way out to Vinny Jr. He'll switch the field all the way to Rodrigo. Rodrigo heads it down to Bellingham. Bellingham will find Valverde. No, he will not. Gavi out wide to Joao Cancelo. Joao Cancelo crossed in for Lewandowski. Lewandowski with the Trivela. Courtois read that all the way out for a corner. Pedri, Romeu. Valverde will intercept that, but he'll give it right back to Romeu. Now we'll find Pedri. Into for Gundogan. Now Rafinha. Rafinha will try and slot that in towards Gavi. Courtois will gather it. And that should be halftime. 1-0 up here against Barcelona in the Champions League final here at Wembley. Can't get past Militao. They still have the ball, though. It's Lewandowski. It's Gundogan. It's saved. It's blocked. It's saved again. It'll fall all the way out for Valverde. He'll find Martinez. Alvarez, I should say. Over the top for Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. now behind here. Vinny Jr. will cut back. Vinny Jr. blocked off of Christensen. Tchouaméni on the second ball, cleared by Koundé. Tchouaméni will win it again. Vinny Jr. can't find Alvarez. Vinny Jr. will win it back, though. That will find Alvarez. Back to Vinny Jr. to double the lead. Vinny Jr. might have just sealed the deal here against Barcelona. It's 2-0 for Real Madrid. And we are 24 minutes away from winning the Champions League in our first season. Crossed in. Ferdinand Torres blocked off Arnold's head. Courtois will come grab it. Changes coming on here for not only Real Madrid, but also for Barcelona. Romeu comes off for both. Real Madrid have made a couple changes here as well. We are going to go ahead and say goodbye to Luka Modric, Toni Kroos. They will join the midfield. We'll also say goodbye to Loni Vahi as he jumps onto the field for the last 7 or so minutes. And Smith Rowe will jump on for Rodrigo for the last 7 minutes as well. Both Loni signings have done their part. Wahi a little bit more than Smith Rowe, but Smith Rowe has been instrumental in some parts. Not really, but still nice to say goodbye to them, as this is the final game of the season for sure. And Modric is the captain at the moment, so he will lift the trophy as long as we don't bottle it. Keeper is up as well. Courtois will palm it away. Joao Felix will head it back in the box, and Courtois will just grab it. Can we clear the ball up here now for Vinny? Luka Modric, maybe. No. I was trying to find Luka Modric, but that is it. Barcelona lose. Real Madrid are your Champions League winners here at Wembley. And Luka Modric will walk out of here lifting the final trophy of his Real Madrid career. The Champions League trophy for the treble, and Luka Modric to lift his last trophy as a Real Madridian. It is over for him. It is over for this season here at Real Madrid. Champions League winners. We get the job done in regular time. A 2-0 win against Barcelona. And honestly, it was a very comfortable 2-0 win. In fact, they didn't really have any chances after we scored our first goal. It's been dominant from this Real Madrid side. But the treble is complete. Luka Modric says goodbye. I don't know why it looks so dark. Hopefully it's not dark for you. It doesn't look that dark for you, but it looks dark for me. It might be my monitor. But Modric gets his trophy for one last time. And here is the parade for the treble. It should have all 3 trophies on here. Is it only going to have 2? It does only have the 2 La Liga and Champions League. It doesn't have the Supercopa. So I guess that doesn't really count. I mean, it counts for me. I'm counting it as a treble no matter what. I guess if we won Copa de España, Copa del Rey, we could try and do that next season. But I guess we technically won a treble, but technically only won a double. I mean, we won the 2 most big ones anyway, La Liga and the Champions League. And we're going to look to do it again next season for sure. Let's go and do a season wrap-up here. Julian Alvarez, 35 goals in 52 games. He had 24 goals in La Liga. It's unfortunate that he's going to have to get dropped to the sub position, but Mbappe, I'm expecting a lot more out of him. I'm expecting 40 goals out of him. In fact, he has some big shoes to fill now. I thought he was going to have to fill some big shoes replacing Benzema. He's going to replace Alvarez. Vinny Jr. had 27 goals with 12 assists. Bellingham had 18 goals with 20 assists. Rodrigo, 14 goals, 12 assists. Honestly, I'm not too fond of him. This might have been his last game here as well, maybe. I'm not quite sure there. Valverde had 9 goals, 15 assists for when Kylian Mbappe was on loan. So since halfway through the season, he had 4 goals and 3 assists in the Champions League. That's all we can track, which is not bad at all. Arda Güler had 3 goals and 2 assists in La Liga in only 20 games. So that's not bad out of him. He will come back next season. We will utilize him next season. Other than that, we say goodbye to Toni Kroos. We say goodbye to Luka Modric. Leave a like and subscribe, and we'll be back on Thursday, I believe, right? This is coming out on a Tuesday, I think so. I will be back on Thursday with Career Mode, with Real Madrid Season 2, Episode 1, where Kylian Mbappe will join us. Until then, leave a like, subscribe, peace out.